Hello everyone. So my name is Shikha Singh and we are learning CSS properties, and today we are going to learn text properties, font properties, some of the box properties like borders. Some of these properties we have already seen in our previous videos, in our previous classes. So we'll wait for 2 more minutes so that everyone joins and nobody just uh just yeah so that everybody joins on time and they don't lag behind. Okay, say hi, whoever is joining to the class. Say hi or good evening or anything you want to say is in the comments so that I know that okay, students are joining in. Okay, so this is what we learned in our last class. Basically, we learned about the border. We did something with our CSS also, and we learned how to add image and how to add image to the border, how to use what is padding and how to use padding, and how to add shadow. What all are the values that we have to give to the shadow to like make shadow of anything, maybe border or maybe the text, anything. Okay, so you can give you can increase or decrease the size of the shadow, or and you can increase or decrease the direction also of the shadow, all according to yourself, like whatever you like. And we can change text, font, like a lot of things we are going to learn today in this class. So this is what we learned in our previous class, and let me just, this is day 7. Okay. Okay, this is not we did in our last class, but this is last to last class. So I thought I have already saved it, so it is not saved. Okay, no problem. So we are going to start. Okay, let me just make uh one simple website again, and then I'm going to save this as CSS file. Okay, style3.css. Save. And here I will connect my HTML file to CSS file. If you don't know what this is, I would suggest you to go to our previous videos and go through our previous videos, and then you will know what this basically link is. Okay, this basic so basically this tag is link tag, which is linking our CSS file to HTML file. Okay, and now when I refresh, so this is my like basic common this is my basic page, right? HTML page. So now we are going to do some things to this basic page that we have here. Okay, so I just used the style, this is inline style. I just used inline way in my HTML file. Okay, and here I used font family, and I use this font, and that's why my font is this. Okay, so when I just delete this and save and refresh my page again, so now this is the normal font, like this is default font. Okay, this is default font that we have. Okay everyone, so today let's start with font, like what all properties we have in our font. So basically I am going to use a class selector, or you can use ID selector also. I am using a class selector and I'm naming it as font because I am working with fonts, so I will just use fonts here, font, not fonts. And you can use fonts also, but I am writing here font, so I don't want to pronounce wrong, so that I write wrong here. And because this is class, so I will use dot and font. So this is my selector. Okay. Okay. So let me just drag it here, and now we are going to do some of we are going to work with font properties. Okay, so first of all we have font family. Okay, so we have font family here. I will just increase its size more. Okay, so we have one property called font. Okay, just let me just adjust my table so that I have more space. So my table is a bit messy right now. Okay, so this is font. So we are working with font family. Okay, so here is the font family. So basically here we write the type of font you want. Okay, so I have here, these are the types of fonts that CSS supports. Okay, if you want some fonts other than these fonts, you have to link that particular we are going to learn about that also, but as of now you just understand that we have these are just the example, these are just examples of some fonts that CSS supports. So let's try this one. When I copy, and here the font family, I want this one and colon, and when I save and when I refresh my page, so now this is the font of my text here. Okay, this is font, this is the font that I am using here. Let's try another font. Let's try this one. Copy, and let's make it, change it basically. Okay, save, and when I refresh, so okay, so I guess this is not this font is not supported here. Okay, so font family is also depends on the browser, if the browser supports that particular font or not. Okay, and then we have this. Let's try this one, if this will work. Oh, maybe I did not save it, I guess. Yeah, I think it did not, I did not save it, but that's okay. Oh, I did not copy also. Let me copy this, copy, and paste here, paste, and save. And when I refresh, so yeah, this has changed, right? So let me change the font of my CSS also, and let's see which font can we use for our CSS. Let's use let's use this one, or let's try this again. Okay, and here that is, let me see, this is in H1, so I am going to use, okay, so then we have font size. You can change the size of your font. This was about font family, and now we are going to work with font size. Okay, for font size we have medium, small, these kind of values we have, or we can give actual numbers in pixels or in percentage. Okay, so this I am working with this. So font size, let's make it 10px. Okay, and when I save and refresh, so now this is the size of my font. I made it as 10 pixels. Okay, I can use 10% also. Let me use this unit, percentage unit. And when I say refresh, so this will be my size. Okay. So whichever unit works for you, you can use that unit. Okay. And let's make a font size of our header, H1. Okay, let's make it 30 because it's our heading. It should be much bigger, so it's smaller. Now let's make it 50. Save, and this. Okay. Now this is our font size. Then we have font style. Okay, in font style we have 3-4 values. Okay, that is normal, italic, bold, and oblique. We can use any. So here is font style. Here we can make it italic, normal, oblique, or bold. So I will make it italic, and when I save and refresh, okay, so because of the font it is not showing that it is italic because of the font family. Okay, so it's not working properly, so this italic thing, but let me just add one more part. Okay, let's add this one and paste. Instead of font, here I will use font 1. Okay, and save, and here I will use another class, that is font 1, and here I am going to use this and close. Okay, and save, and when I refresh, so now you can see this text is italic. The new text that I have added, for this I have just given this styling, that is italic, that the font should be italic, font style should be italic. Okay, after that we have font weight. Okay, after that we have font weight. So font weight, it will just increase the size of your font weight. Okay, so let's make it 20px. Okay, here we don't give values with px. Here we have normal, lighter, bold, bolder, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, and 900. These are the values that we can give here for our font weight. So let's try lighter. Okay, and when I refresh, so it doesn't it isn't given like giving some like any difference here. Let's make it bold. When I save and refresh, so now my text is bolder. See? Okay, let me change this text color also. For changing color, I will just use color, and let's make it, yeah, it's better. Go here, just like our previous class, color picker. That's what we are going to use. Okay, and we are going to use hex code here, and let's try some beautiful color, maybe that actually shows us the changes in the font also. Okay, this, let's try this one and paste, and this. Okay, so when I save it and refresh, so now the color is changed, but this is not that beautiful, like the way I wanted the color should be a bit darker so that it gives all the things that we need. Yeah, this should be good, because whatever font is, like whatever changes is happening on that font, that should be visible, right? But with that light blue color, it was not visible. So that's why I'm changing to some darker color. Save. And when I refresh, so this is much better. Okay. And why I am changing the color of this text, so that we know that right now we are working on this particular text. Okay, fine. So what we were doing, yeah, bold. We were working with font weight. So we had lighter. So okay, now change it to light. After bold, now change it to light. And when I refresh, it went to light, bold. And now let's try bolder. Bolder. And when I save, refresh, so now this is a little bit bolder than the bold value. Okay, and now we can give basically the values 100 till 900. We don't have any unit with these values, so this is 100. Let's make 500. Refresh. So this is 500. Let me save it. Okay, why it's not working here? And when I use 900, save and refresh. So this is 900. Okay. So basically bolder is 900 and lighter is 100, and in between, if you need any in between size, you can just use these values. Okay, so these are not that visible with your eyes, but you can actually differentiate if you carefully look into the size of the size of your text. Okay. Okay. So now let's learn about text. Okay. So these were the font. We just learned about the font properties. Now we are going to learn about some of the text properties. Okay, we have some text properties. I have written some properties here in this PDF. We'll just go through it. Yeah. So these are some text properties that we use. Color, line height, letter spacing. We are going to use all these. Text align, text decoration, text indent, text transformation, and these are basically the description. And these are the types of values that these properties use. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's see to which we are going to work on this. Okay, we are going to work on this this paragraph only on our website. Okay, so first of all, let's try text align. Okay, so I want to align this text, or before that I have, okay, div I have, and yeah, fine. So let's use here text align. Hi Sheikh, hi, how are you? So we have text align. Okay, and for text align we have a left, right, center, or default. Okay, and justify, and one more is justify. Let's try with left. When I use left and save and refresh here, so we don't have much change here because it is already on the left. What if I write right here and save and refresh? So now you will see that the text is on the right side of my page. See, it has some space here, right? So what if I write center? What if I give center as value and refresh? So now you will see my text will be in the center of my page. So here we have some space and here we have some space, right? So now my text is in the center. Okay, And when we have another value that is justify, what justify does is it basically like gives all the space whatever it has. Okay, it basically gives like takes whatever space it has. Okay, so we have left, right, center, and justify for text alignment. So basically this property is used to align to change the alignment of the text. Okay, this is used to make the alignment of the text, to change the alignment of the text. Now let's make letter spacing. We can give what spacing we need between letters. Either we have normal, that is default, or we can give some value to it in pixel. Let's try 10px. Let's see. Save and refresh. So now the 10 pixels. So now we have space between letters, that is 10 pixels in 10 pixels. Okay, so we can just specify the spacing between letters. Let's, instead of 10, let's try 5 and save. And now it's bit closer, right? Instead of 5, let's try 2, save and refresh. So now it's bit more closer, right? Or we can just write normal, save and refresh. Now it's normal. Okay, that is basically default. Okay, yes, you can use. Well, basically Python Python has its own libraries for making websites, so you can use just Python for making your websites. And if you want to work with HTML CSS, you have to work with JavaScript. Okay, so this was for letter spacing. Then we have line height. Let's try what line height will do. Let's see. Just notice here, line height. For line height, we have normal, or we give some number. Let's try 5 in pixel or percentage. And when I save and refresh, so now this is basically the height of lines between the lines basically. Okay, and let's try 20 and refresh. Now this is here the space between these lines. Okay, this is the line height. Instead of 20, let's try 50. Save and refresh. So now the height of space between these lines is changed. Earlier I made it 10. Let's make it 10. And now it's this, like 10 pixels of line height is this much, like they are kind of overlapping, right? So, or else you have normal. If you want default, you can just write normal, save and refresh. So now this is normal. Okay, so now we have text decoration. So, and this text decoration I will show you on this CSS. Okay, so let me first change the font. I am for this I will just use some other font, some basic font. Okay, let's try this one, Georgia one. Copy. Oh, I needed to paste it. I just copied it. Copy, and I need to paste it here. and save and refresh. Yeah, this is fine. This is good. Okay. Okay, so here we have, now we are going to work on text decoration. So let's first of all, let's change my CSS color also, color, and let's make it red. Okay, save and refresh. So now this is red color here. Okay, so now we have text decoration. Now we have text decoration, or and now for text decoration we have four values. First we will have underline. Okay, first is underline. Here we have underline, and when I save it and refresh, so now I got one line under CSS. Okay, that is underline. Hello Pami. Okay, yes Dev CD, you are right. That's what I was saying, because we have different libraries, different frameworks in Python to make websites and all those things. Okay, I don't know what they are saying. Maybe, yeah. So let's go ahead with our text decoration. We have underline, and after underline we have overline. Overline. Save and refresh. So now I have a line over my text. Okay, let me just copy this and I'll write underline also. So I will use both, underline, save and refresh. Okay, so did I save it? Yeah. Okay, so now basically this has more weight over overline value. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you here, because I have both overline and underline, but here we are just given underline. Okay, after underline we have line through. Okay, we have line through, and what this line through will do, it will basically give you line between, like through the text. Okay, it will give a line through the text, line through. And after this we have a blink, one more value that's called blink, and now it is not there. Okay, blink will just, you know, either we have normal. Okay, one more value we have, that is none. Either we have none or we have all these values here, like overline, save. Okay, we have a line over our text. After this we have text indent. That means the spacing before starting the text. Okay, so let's try that. Let me just give it in here in CSS only as of now. Text indent. So in text indent we have either 0 or some value with pixels. Let's try 20 pixels or percentage. Save and refresh. So now you can see my CSS has little bit moved towards the right side. So this is this value, this value is basically the space before the text starting. Okay, and when I use 50, save, refresh, so now it is furthermore towards right. Okay, and if I use same thing and let's say here in font that is first paragraph, and it will also see my this. So the space of starting any text is here. If I use just 100 here, like it is 1000, I don't want 1000, I want 100, and when I refresh, so now I have more space, I have more indentation for this paragraph. Okay, then we have text transformation. This I am going to use in any paragraph, so let's try in this here also, here only. So we have text transform, text transform, and here I have none, uppercase, lowercase, and capitalize. Let's start what uppercase will do. Let's see what uppercase will do, and save. And when I refresh, so now you can see all the characters here are in uppercase. Okay, if you use text transform and the value is uppercase, it will just it will just make all the text in uppercase. Then after uppercase we have lowercase. So as name suggests, here it will just make all the text in lowercase. And when we use capitalize, save and refresh, so now it will just capitalize all the all the first letter of all words. See, all the first letters are capitalized. Let me use this in my second paragraph also, so that it is more noticeable because of the font. Now you will see all the first character of each word is in capital. Okay, now we have word spacing also. We have word spacing. There we had line spacing. Where's our here we had here letter spacing, and then we have here word spacing. Okay, and in word spacing we can give any value, let's say 10 pixels here, and save and refresh. So now the space between words is increased here. Instead of 10, let's make it 50. 50 will be a lot. Let's make it 30. And when I refresh, so now here the spacing between words are more. Okay, so this is how we can transform our text, font, and we have learned a lot of properties just now. Let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 here, and many more, 7 8 9 10 11 12 properties we have used, and we have used different values for different properties, right? So do you have any doubt till here? We can increase the size of our text, we can increase the font of our text, we can give the spacing between letters or words or lines, we can give the line above our text, below our text. Okay, we can align our text to the left side or right side. Okay, let me just use this in our this second paragraph, so it will give refresh. So now I have lines over our text. Okay, okay, do you have any doubts still here If you have any doubts, so you can ask me here. Okay, let's try shadow here. Okay, let's try text shadow, and this is my font one. That is, no, we are going to work shadow on CSS, so that we are going to work on H1 selector. Okay, so let's try text shadow. Text shadow. Okay, so here first value will be the size of x-axis. Let me make it 2 pixels. Second value is going to be the size of y-axis, so let's make this also as 2. Third value is going to be the blur, the radius of the, like how blur your shadow should be, so I am making it as 10 pixels. And the fourth value is going to be the color, like of which color you want your shadow to be. So let me make it yellow and save. Okay, no, I need to give this semicolon. And when I refresh, so now you can see my CSS has shadow, yellow shadow. Instead of yellow, let's make it black, because text color is black. So now you will see the shadow, yellow shadow. Can you see here? So now I can just increase. Instead of 5, let's make it 10. X-axis as 10, y-axis also as 10, and this is fine. Save and refresh. So now my shadow is, the size of my shadow is bigger now. See, 10 axis, like 10 pixels. For x-axis, y-axis, this is the blurriness of your shadow, and this is color. Let's, instead of 10, let's make it 2 and save. And when I refresh, so now see, the blurriness of your shadow is gone, right? So you can make shadow to your text. Let's change another color. Let's say instead of this, let's try blue. And now this is the shadow. I know one more color name because I just know the basic names of the color, that is red, blue, green, but I know this one also. So when I refresh, so now, okay, so this color we have got. This is the, like this color is like from the blue family, from blue color family. So I just know this name. Or otherwise, I have just told you, I have just showed you how can you just pick the colors according to you and use its hexa code or RGB code, or these as a HSL, HSV and CMYK codes also you can use. Okay. Okay. So we can just use the shadow, right? We can use 2 shadows also. Let's try if we can have 2 shadows. Let's try. And this time change, I'm going to change, let's change it to green and size make it 5 and blurriness will be same. Let's try. Okay, is it the same place? No, we can give 2 shadows actually, but something's, I guess I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Okay. Let me see. Let me try. I guess I'm doing something wrong here. Save. No. Okay. So as of now, just leave this, because I guess I'm thinking something and doing something else maybe, right? Okay. So do you have any doubt till here? Okay. Okay, let me try what else I can do. Copy, and let's try here, comma, and paste, because I guess we can, I guess it's not a guess, we can, maybe I'm just forgetting the syntax. Yeah, got it. Instead of that, I just use the space. Instead of space, we need to use comma here. Okay, so now I have two shadows. Okay, one shadow is this, like one shadow combination is this, and another shadow combination is this. So I have two shadows here. Okay, the same way we can use here overline, underline, save, and refresh. Yeah, I am just getting confused. Yeah, see. Yeah, that's why here we do not give space, this comma, and here we give comma. So here I just got confused. I thought that here we have to give, like, these things happens in coding, no problem. Okay, so we can give multiple values to one property, and in decoration we just use space, and in this shadow thing here I just used comma. Okay, I can use multiple shadows. Okay, I can use multiple shadows. I just use 2. I can use 3 or 4, multiple. But if I use same value, so it should be like, it should be seen, right? Blue, green, and if you add some other color, so do not forget to change this X and Y pixels so that it will be visible. If you use same X and Y position, so it will be overlapping, so you will not be able to see one of the shadow. Okay, any doubts still here? Okay, so now we have learned a lot of about font and all the things. So here we have we have a shorthand way to write all these properties. Like, instead of writing font size and font family, font style, font weight, all those things separately, we can just write all these things in just one property. Okay, let me just add one more tag here. So here h2, I will use h2 here, h2, and instead of CSS, let's make it HTML. Okay, and save. And here I will use h2. Okay, h2, and here I am using font. Okay, so I am using shorthand here. So instead of writing short like font family, size, decoration, everything separately, I am going to use one font and writing all the values and giving all the values all together at once. Okay, so in font, first value will be the style of the font. So I will make it italic. Okay, then space. Then now this second value is going to be weight. So I am going to make it as bold. Okay, then the third value is going to be the size of your font. I am making it as 20. 20 will be smaller. Let's make it 60. Okay, now fourth is going to be we have done the style, weight, size, and fourth is going to be the height. Okay, so what else we have? Let me see. Font, yeah, size we have, style we have. What else we did? Yeah, so here is going to be another property. This is the family, and now this is going to be the family of the font. Okay, and when I save and refresh, so here is my text. Okay, so it is in italic, it is bold, size is 60px, and its style, the font family is Arial. I'll just show you here. This Arial, I use the font name Arial, and this is the font family. Okay, so what all values did we give? Here is the style, weight, text size, and this is the text family, like font family, sorry, font family. Okay, so after this we have got this HTML. So instead of writing all the properties separately, font property separately, we have just used one font and used all the properties all together. This is called shorthand. Let me just make it, like I did not end it properly, and now see. Okay, the same actually. Okay, so in our last class we have learned about how to make border also. Do you if you remember, right? If you remember, we have learned how to make border also, right? So let's make a border around our HTML. Okay, around our HTML. So for our border, we have a size, style, and color. So in border, this here also I am using the shorthand. In border, first we write the size of our border. Okay, so what size you want your border of? Okay, so here we can give in pixels. Let's make it 6 pixel. Okay, now next value is going to be the style, like what style of border you want. You want dotted, dashed, solid, or double. Okay, we will just try dotted. Okay, we will try dotted. And the third value is going to be the color of your border, and it's, let's make it red because it's the smallest spelling, right? So when I refresh, so now here I have what I have the border, right? I have border around my HTML text. Okay, and I am going to use text align, and I want it center. And when I save and refresh, so now my text is in center. Okay, I can change its background color also. Background color, let's make it pink. Another small, well, it will be lighter, so that's why I have used pink. Okay, so in this H2 I have used background color, I have aligned my text into center, I have used border to it, and I have just used the font styling. Okay, now I am going to use padding. Okay, so let's see what padding will do. Padding, first of all, I am just going to use padding, and let's make it 10px and save. Okay, the color will, okay, I have to do something. I'll have to do something here. Padding. Because with padding the text is also okay. Yeah, just remember, just notice here I am using here 5 pixels. Okay, refresh. So now see, now try to notice the difference between HTML and the border, the distance between HTML and the border. So this is called padding. So padding is basically between the border and the element that you are using. Okay, so when I use, now instead of 5, if I use 50 and save, now see the distance is increased between this border and this text, padding, right? This is called padding. So so padding is basically between the element and the border. Okay, so we can pad, we can have different paddings. Let's say padding top. Okay, so this 50 pixels will be, the padding will be on the top, only on the top. Okay, and let's write another padding, padding on bottom, padding on bottom. Instead of 50, I will use 10 and save and refresh. So now the padding like at bottom is smaller and padding at top is more, right? Now we have padding and left and right. Okay, so padding on left, I will use here 60 will be, let's make it 70 and save. So on the left, the padding is going to be 70. See? Okay, and on right side, so basically we can remove, like move our text, and on right side I am using 0. Save. So didn't I save it? So okay, so that so I have used 0 padding. That means it is not taking any padding there. Let's try 1 and let's save. So 1 is not so this is basically already it is there, so right, so 1 is not that noticeable. So here let's make some noticeable, you know, right side. So let's make it 40, and when I save and refresh, yeah, it's bit moved towards the right side. Okay, see. Okay, so we have another property that is called, margin, and margin is a little bit different than padding. Okay, let's try margin. So let's try margin left. Okay, and I will use 50px and save. When I refresh, so do you see, this is basically margin. So padding is between border and the element, and margin is outside. Margin is between the page, your web page, and your element, that is border. Okay, so margin is basically outside, and if I use from right, okay, margin from right, and I'm using 50 pixels, same. So now I will have margin on the right side also. This is 50. So basically margin is from the sides of website, web page, and padding is basically between the text and the border. Okay, so so padding is between it, between whatever we are using on our web page, and margin is towards the web page, towards the web page. And same way we have top and bottom in margin also. So in margin I will use top, and let's make it 90 and save refresh. So it is here. Okay, and same way I have bottom, save, and refresh. So see, oh, this is only top, bottom, save, refresh. So now see, okay. So 120 pixels margin at bottom, 90 pixels margin at top, and 50-50 margin on both the sides, left and right. Okay. Are you getting everything here? Okay. Okay, someone is asking, can you please tell about text? Okay, text decoration blink. Let us see where is our text decoration. Here, underline, overline, and blink. Okay. So let's use this. Copy in HTML. And we will use blink. Save and refresh. So basically it basically the text will basically have the blinking effect, but it is not visible here right now. Let me try again. So HTML here basically HTML should have the blinking effect here basically, but it's not supporting right now. Okay, it's not supporting right now. I would like you to try it, okay, and see what this blinking will do. Okay, you try it, and in next class I want you to tell me what blink will do. Basically I am telling you what blink will do. This blink will basically give the blinking effect here. Okay, but because of maybe browser is not supporting, you know, we have different browsers, so that might you use in different browsers, it will work. Okay, any more doubts? Okay, okay, so that's all for today's class. If you have any doubt, you can ask now. Basically blink will basically blink your text, that's it. Okay, so that's all for today's class. We have learned in today's class how to make these lines up and down, like overline and underline, how to make the shadow of our text, how to change the size, the spacing between words, letters, and lines, how to make what is padding and margin, how to make the border, how to add the border, how to add background, how to change the text font, how to change text size, how to decorate text, we had learned a lot of things in this class. Okay, so that's all for today's class. Keep practicing, keep showing, keep trying, and keep try to be creative. Okay, keep trying and try to make some beautiful and creative web page using all the things that we have learned till now. And we are going to learn a lot of things in our next class at the same time, 6 p.m. tomorrow. Okay, bye everyone, take care and keep practicing.